tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. For my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting in bitching, there's no reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickness. Another bag, another season, another description of the feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. To these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'ma say, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbors jumping up a pum. Boy, that Billy Strong, he ain't know him. He ain't thump, he just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun.
I'm an airboy, baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the snows, all the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, on the floor to the cut the bill, with the pants and the
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching G's ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, Neo praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, till I'm battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga right influence. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the G and I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen his days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. Rolled out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to can check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Oh!
It's week 4 of the 2027 season, and we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back, and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Colts on Sunday night primetime.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this primetime contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You go on a hot streak heading into Halloween and things will be looking great. But flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shift off and playing elsewhere.
Fielded at the 7. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw from Wilson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. Oh, he lost the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover. I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. That's a defense that's going to have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks. 3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. A throw right side finds Pittman. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. He's got it at the 6. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Option give to Taylor. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5. Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Headed out right. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made. It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well. Nevis ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. Us quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers. But a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way. Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Russ now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. Achan has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. A-chain again. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range. A small gain to the 38. So now here's 3rd and 5. Now here's Russ. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taylor now up the middle. He breaks a tackle. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Inside the red zone. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts tie things up at 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Russ setting to throw. Taken in by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wilson now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has a man, it's Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Connecting on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And now they have a 1st and goal. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Dolphins looking for a score just before the break. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Russ is cooking again. Has it in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Achan. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, Shaq.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. 4th down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphins football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Trying to work quickly now. First down, here's Russ. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout, it's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. Getting out to his... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. Aubrey puts it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. And their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts make it a 1-score game before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That brings us to the break. The visiting Dolphins holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Chuba Hubbard, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Travis setting up to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's an Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. The Dolphins, down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second down carry for Achane. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. He's on the move. Hits him on the out route. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11.
Let's go now.
Throwing now from the gun. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, but if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and the defense ignited.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with H. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They'll stick with A-Chain. Into the secondary past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. That goes for 36 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Man in motion here. Play action. It's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
A-Chan reels it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Brock as they send this off and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Colts ready to take the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They give to Taylor, right side. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 1st down, ball at the 36. Taylor again. He loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, the timing of the deal surprised us a little bit this week, Brock, but it was no surprise that they wanted to make every effort to keep this dude around this team.
Yeah, we've had these discussions before. What's the most difficult position to play in the NFL? Quarterback? Left tackle, where you've got to include cornerback on that list as well. It's so difficult to play consistently season after season. So we're in a new deal. That's a testament to how great he is.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Ready?
They go again with Taylor. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Here we go. Set. Go.
From the gun, Taylor. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Travis to throw. That's caught for the first. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow the lead to 7. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Mevis ready to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Completes this one to Hill. 35 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's a chain up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Russ now from the gun. This one's taken in by Hill. And they take him down right along the 30. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Got all of it, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts and Jordan Travis set to go back on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Travis escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. He's back to throw. Finds his man Downs. Pushing it up past the 30. Keeps it moving. Look at him go. Gets to the 10. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Mevis ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First down throw from Wilson. Forced out to his right. Has a man. It's Achane. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Wilson moving fast here. From the 32. Flush down out to his left. He's got Smith. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Connects on the crosser. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This throw is cuffed. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. So from the 3, here's second and goal. Throwing again, here's Wilson. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even...
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Previous play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins trim the deficit down to 5.
Dolphins 37. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Running it after the penalty. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he is to throw. On target to Downs. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll bring out the punter here. Austin McNamara will kick this away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Miami offense headed out there now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at it.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get enjoy the victory.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, And then you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York so wild. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up. No, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Yo, it's y'all people crazy? Be crazy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that for me. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is a cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'ma pull papers. It's all about the papers. Caught the papers and now they wanna. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Man, look what you done started. Act written, you got it. Had it, shoulda shot it. Now you're dealing departed. Get at me, dog, and I rip. This one here, I flip. No, when I kick, gonna be some slick. What would that look for when I walked in the door? Oh, you thought you was raw? Cause now you on the floor. Wishing you never saw me walk through that door. With that. Now it's time for bed. Two more to that. Got the floor blow. Yeah, that. Another unsolved mystery. It's going down in history. They never did to me. Can't get to me. Got to make a move. Got a point to prove. Gotta make them groove. Got them all like, ooh. So to the next time you hear this dog rhyme, try to keep your mind on get prime. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope I choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking to inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my, can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my, can you save my every dirty soul?
jail on the big low. Where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on you better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players, my folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't fuck with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on God. Glow, stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow, slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow, two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow, no competition, these stale. Yeah, glow, curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow, say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow, keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow, and my bumping up in the jail on the yeah, glow. Yeah, glow.
Here we go again. You ready?
Get the back
Yeah.
walk.
Money talks, what the is he saying, huh? You can ask his and ask his who the man. Bro, them get the steppin' like parades about them bands. My little Tinkerbell, cause I'm fly as Peter Pan. Yeah, let's go, get some money, they playin'. Hopped up out this Cybertruck, my wrist cost a lamb. I'm tired of buying cars to my driveway jam. The neighbors still trying to figure out who I am, who I be. To these weak. They say money talk, put diamonds in my teeth. I be Louis down with Jordans on my feet. Messed up in your yard like trick or treat. You better play your cards right, you better not ever reach. For this chain over here, I underneath. Yeah, I ripped that 5, but I 6 feet deep. Let's go, 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 let's go.
I picked up, let's go. She had too much fun. I think she got too motor in the trunk. Up out the roof. Got a. I think she lost one shoe. Gang the truth. I told her, oh my F's, you got the juice. I pulled up at her friend's house and kicked her out the coop. Gave it the boot. Bye bye. Yeah, she untamed gorilla.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
From the 6, here comes a return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win, and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
The Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a designed run. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Achane, a 1st down, and then some. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Achane. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Give up the middle with Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game.
And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Dolphins. Here's 2nd and 9.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Here's Wilson. Catch made there by Waddle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this all the way home. Javon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins extend their advantage to 14-3. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. First and goal.
Spot that.
Here's H.N. to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal.
14, got it.
Now Russ. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Davis now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Hall. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They go play action with Wilson. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. Not a run on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Let's go now.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate. Work with your quarterback. Go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
Now Wilson. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
That's interference. Defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get here at the 29. Now it's Wilson. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Got his man at the 6. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Throwing again, Wilson. That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Go, 14.
Again, Wilson. That is caught, and he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. Davis now to return it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Pats seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Achan. Achan, a first down, and then some. 20, 15, and he will score again. Devon Achan, touchdown Miami. That's his third touchdown of the game, and number 12 on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's Hall from the pistol. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40. That's Washington, the man in motion. On first down, they go right back to Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
He'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where a rookie quarterback can kind of be baited into thinking something's open when it's really not. And these are the things that all coaches are just continuing to work through. Anytime you have a young signal caller, they haven't seen the reps. They don't have the experience. In this case, the defense plays this one to perfection, and it results in the big takeaway.
A run up the middle with Achan. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Now Achan. They get 18 on that one. First down, Miami. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. Once again, it's Achan. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Achan, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achan. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run with Achan. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's got another one. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will add one more onto their big lead. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Davis now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. A big play for the Jets. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Give left side. Here comes Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They'll run. It's Hall. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he can only salvage a couple there. Down to the 3, and now it's 4th and goal. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jets will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And before this drive starts, we're going to take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the carry, here's Achane. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. On the ground is Achane. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try it now with Achane. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. Here's Achane. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. On 2nd down, Achane. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Achane. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.
Michael Jackson, I'm the baddest, around he might go get it tatted, yeah. Say the magic, what? Pretty little thing getting ratchet, yeah. Told me that I couldn't, oops, I did it again. I don't like you, I don't wanna pretend. If he ain't spending money, I just go with the friend.
All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Shall we go up, down? You go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce right, yes indeed. About to telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting. I got a deed to the house, and the less of the if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce.